Before we talk about the permissibility of IVF, we first must define what IVF is. Get a clear picture of it. And if you're watching this and you feel like my definition of IVF is not sound or correct, maybe you have better experience of it, please be sure to let me know in the comments. Now, my understanding of IVF. First, IVF stands for in vitro fertilization, right? It is a form of assisted reproductive technology, which means that rather than fertilization to occur naturally within a woman, fertilization is brought to occur in a laboratory where the eggs from a woman is fertilized in a dish with sperm, of course, and after the fertilization occurs, the resulting embryos from the fertilization are then transferred into the woman where they can attach to the womb and then the process continues on to pregnancy, God willing. Now, in and of itself, this reproductive system, this technology in and of itself helping to grow life has no antagonism, let me put it that way, in Islam. So it is not in and of itself forbidden, it is permissible as we find nothing forbidding it. And this goes under the doctrine of al-aslu fil ashiyai al-ibaha. The base of something like this is that it is permissible, it is permissibility. The burden of proof or lack of permissibility comes on the person who is claiming the lack of permissibility. So in this case, IVF as a technology in and of itself is permissible. However, what concerns fiqh in this situation would be something else. It will be the status of the egg donor and the sperm donor. The status in terms of whether they have a right to one another to copulate, to germinate, and to have a child together. See, in Islam, the only framework under which a man and a woman can have a child together is under the umbrella of nikah. There has to be a valid akdun nikah, a contract of marriage between the man and the woman before they can have a child together legally. So, since IVF technology simulates reproduction, and reproduction can only happen under the framework of a marriage, it means that the egg donor and the sperm donor have to be in a marriage contract for them to copulate to have a child. And even though the germination occurs in a lab, it is still determined under fiqh as a copulation. So if there's no valid marriage contract between the man and the woman, the same way if they were having physical sex, that it will be termed as zina, it is the same way that mixing their sperm and the egg together, which would be the same thing if they were having sex, would also be termed as zina, and it will be forbidden and not permissible in Islam. So again, to reiterate, IVF as a technology, based on my understanding, which I have explained at the beginning of this video, is permissible in Islam. However, Islam is more concerned about the status of the egg donor and the sperm donor in the process, going through the process of IVF. If they are in a valid marriage, then their IVF is sound and permissible. If they are not in a valid marriage, then it is not permissible for them, as it will be tantamount to committing an act of zina, which is forbidden expressly in Islam. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. If, again, you feel that my understanding of the IVF process is not sound or incorrect, please let me know in the comment. If, however, you have learned something from this video, please be sure to share it to other people who would benefit from it. And also, please click the like button and subscribe to our channel to join our community. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.